Hi everyone, I'm your host SurvivalMap1, and today we're doing something a little different today. I am going to show you a particular guide that I decided to talk about. Okay. In case most of you don't know, the Age of Calamity, which is the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity game, there's a DLC that apparently that is for it as well. So, in today's episode, we are going to be talking about the report cards that you can get in the game. And there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them you can get. Okay? Now, the first one we're going to talk about is the Report Monster Ecology, which is, as the name suggests, Monster Ecology is a type of card that you only can get only if you defeat a Molduga, Hinoxes, Lionels, things of that nature. Large monsters that are violent, like Hinoxes, Lionels, Moldugas, things of that nature. Okay? And a Stone Talus. Okay? So, the reason I say this is because if you defeat this particular type of enemy, you will get the Monster Ecology. Now, the reason I am not doing any battles to prove that you can get these, you can get these by beating those particular type of monsters. Okay? I should know because I have played this game long enough to actually understand each report card. Okay? Alright, now the report card relic analysis. Okay, so that's next. Next up is the relic analysis. The name suggests of exactly what you have to beat. You have to beat any type of guardian, which is the Guardian Stalkers, the Guardian Skywatchers, and the Guardian Turret, and the Guardian Scout 1. Okay? And also, there is a brand new Guardian as well, which is called the Battle Tested Guardian, which becomes your ally after you beat it the first time. So keep that in mind. So, if you beat that, you get this report card for the relic analysis. Okay? So, any contact with any ancient relics, that is the guardians that you deal with. Okay? So, if you deal with any of those, you'll be dealing with that particular report card. Okay? Next up, we have... Excuse me. I'm having struggles with my controller here. Hang on. Alright, so battle records. The name suggests that's basically what it does. Okay? Alright, so this might be a little bit harder for you to understand what battle records are basically about. So, there are two things here that you need to kind of look at. Is that when you defeat so many enemies at once, okay? If you defeat 100 KOs, okay, you get one report card of this battle record card. Now, if you beat 1,000 enemies, you get 10 battle record cards. There's a catch behind that. You have to defeat as many enemies as possible in order to get this report card. Period. Okay? There's another thing you can also do as well. But to get this particular card, you have to defeat so many. If you want plenty of battle records. Okay? Next up, we have the material properties. Alright? Now, the name suggests of exactly what the report card suggests. Now, if you went out in a battlefield, per se, okay? And you defeated an enemy. And you get, let's say you're beating a moblin, for example. And you get a moblin horn. Well, the name suggests Moblin Horn is a material. So you're going to be picking that up, and you get the material property for that. So that will kind of give you a clue of what you need to look for and what you have to do. So the more you battle, the more stuff. If you pick up stuff, rather than having it come to you, you can get this report card easily. Now this is only comes in handy with the Vicious Monster card. Now, the report card for the Vicious Monster, as the name suggests, it only comes in handy only if you defeat an actual Vicious Monster, which will show up only in the DLC, but on the map as a red monster icon. Okay? A red monster icon. If you look for these EX red monster icon, and once you find those, make sure you have your team at the ready to battle such enemy, because your team needs to be at least 78 or higher in order for you to battle such enemy. Now, it's better if you do it alone to understand the level gimmick, or have somebody there to assist you in this particular regard, to help you in this matter if you're not sure what to do. If you have somebody that is not knowing what to do, make sure you play the game long enough, both of you, to understand each character and what attacks they can provide. Now, next up is the last thing what we have on the list is hidden battles. Now, this one is very tricky to get. Now, in order to get such a report card, you need to do the DLC story mode that the game has. And once you go through the story mode, you have these memories that you have to go and find and do and collect or beat or whatever you have to do based on what the memory you have to do. Okay? Once you have collected such memory, you can get this report card by completing such task. A memory in the DLC is considered a task that you have to do in the level. Okay? And once you have completed every hidden battle report card, then the memories are completely at full at its best. So keep this in mind when you're actually doing this stuff. Now, I'm going to show you the map here so you could see the red monster icon. Okay? Now, the red monster icon, as it shows right here, it's called EX Alert. Whatever after that is what it's named. Okay? Now, this is one of those EX monsters. So this icon is what you have to look for. Now, this one in particular stays place after you beat the battle-tested Guardian. Okay? You can battle this anytime you want, and you can get the relic analysis plus a vicious monster on top of that. So it's 2 for 1, if you think about that. Things like this right here. Now, the sighting information is question mark. But with the DLC on top of that, you can go to this EX Royal Ancient Lab, and there is a particular type of icon in there you can have as an upgrade, where you can add it, and you can see what kind of monster you're going to be dealing with in this particular battle. And the reason I say this is because it will help you out in some cases, so you know who to bring in and who not to bring in. But it wouldn't matter, because the level doesn't matter. It's the attack you do as well. So the attack, the higher the attack, the better you do. So keep this in mind when you're actually doing this particular regard of level-wise. So always keep in mind when you're looking at stuff and actually knowing what you're getting versus than having to full rush getting to the map after you completed a level. Make sure you look at your rewards, like the enemy resources, things of that nature, your trophies that you get for beating each monster. And make sure you really look at what you've beaten and what you haven't. Because if you haven't beaten any other particular monster that you are not sure of why you haven't beaten it, well, unfortunately, make sure you look at all the rewards in order to know what you've done and what you've gotten in that sorts. So keep in mind of what I discussed. I know this video is short, but be looking out for another episode of the Super Smash Ultimate, and that will be coming later on today, so be looking out for that. So if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Super Smash Ultimate. I am your host, Superman1. Later on, I'll see you then. This is Age of Calamity. Keep that in mind. So, I'll see you then. Peace out.